Hello, hello, Gaming Nana here. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for being with me tonight. Immortal and I are going to be in search of another area, and then, like I mentioned, we're going to be using the crossbow for a few um, hunting for skills tonight, practice with the crossbow. So I will be using this Crosspoint CB 165 Arctic crossbow, and I have several different um, grains for the ammo, such as the arrows itself that I have on there. I have the 300 grain, the 420 grain, and the 600 grain. And Immortal is just looking to see if we can find another site that we were looking for last night. A lot of the outposts. So, Immortal, is it one more outpost that we're looking for, or one left? Okay. On your lead. So we'll go ahead and take these. Okay. We'll be taking the ATVs, and the only way that you could check them out is through your garage, and you can see there's several of them that you could take. So these are quite the challenge for me to drive. But I'd like to say thank you for joining us tonight. So we're headed out to the next outpost. Last night, we were searching for the outpost and lookouts and marking them as we go. We have one more left that we wanted to get, so we're taking this ATV headed towards it. But come in and say hello. I'd love to hear from you. So, Marvin's driving skills. Where I have placed the waypoint here, this is where we're headed to. You can't see it, but in other places it's marked because you have to reach that location and retrieve it. So we're on our way there. That's what I just wanted to let you know. And we're headed out. Right now, I am playing TheHunter Call of the Wilds, and we are in the Savanna map. And we were going to go ahead and try the crossbow or arrows tonight rather than the rifle or other weapons. There may be a time where I'm probably going to use the rifle, but I wanted to get some practice in with the crossbow because it is, and it will be the first time trying it out. So bear with me when I'm trying to use it. But how are you doing tonight? Please come in and say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Right now, we're headed to the next waypoint that was marked in the map. to grab the next post. When you start in a map, new and fresh, there's a lot of waypoints, lookouts, and outposts that you have to find. And we're just taking the ATV to our next point. Last night was pretty interesting because a lot of the beast and lions and buffaloes were out in the middle of the night during to their watering hole or okay, it's telling me to follow the tracks, but that's a storyline that I need to do when you first begin the game, and I haven't completed it, so it's telling me to follow the tracks. Right now, we're just headed up to the outpost. This is a hunting simulator game, and as you can see, we are about 3/4 of a mile away from the next post that Immortal is taking us to. Oh, hello. I need to respawn. Taken down by a buffalo. Immortal, do you have your tent with you? Okay. Alrighty, this is wonderful. What this is I was taken out by a buffalo, um, headed into the next outlook that I'm supposed to go to. Luckily for me, those ATVs, you could just check them out of the shed there. In real life, you probably cannot. So this was the next waypoint we're headed to. As you can see, Immortal is headed there. So I'm hoping once he heads there, which is not too far for him, that he can lay out a tent, claim the area, lay out the tent, and I can fast travel over there. It would be much easier for me to than to travel afar where we had. But at least I have an idea where those buffaloes are, don't you think? I mean, that's quite interesting, but that's neat. That means their rest need zone is there, their rest area, their drink area, and their sleep area is around that vicinity where it decided to take me out. So as you can see here in the um, map where I'm circling with my cursor, Immortal is headed into the next area, which is the Fever Tree Forest. Yeah, he's gonna be there in a little bit. So while he's doing that, I can go ahead and go into the Hunter beta, which is dailies or weeklies or what the festivities or event shall be. For example, we have the daily and it says feline festivities, harvest any species of feline and pass the harvest check. And you have the long range resolutions where you harvest wildlife down from at least 218.72 yards and pass the harvest check. That should be quite interesting. And then, of course, the weekly, which is dawn of the new year, you harvest wildlife from 5 to 7 a.m. So that's what we are. So we can just go ahead and check where Immortal is. It looks like he's almost to the destination, or if he is. So as you can see in the map, we're in the Savanna area. And a lot of these places that you see, these are where the outlook and the post that we claimed last night. So it makes it much easier to just fast travel and jump into where we need to be. Um, Another thing too is to claim the need areas of the animals that we're targeting. For example, need could be their rest, sleep, or their eating areas. Okay, so Immortal laid the tent down. If you haven't played this game before, you can actually lay the tent down in the areas that you need to have others travel to or you to fast travel there, which is quite nice because I do not have this outpost that I had said that I'm going to come claim. So I'm just fast traveling to the facility itself. So this game is long and methodical, and I'm just going to approach Immortal here. Where are we headed to, Immortal? We have 7:42 in the morning. Okay, headed your way. So yesterday I used the rifle. Today we're just today we're using our crossbows. All right, we're scouting the area. We're headed on our way. Normally you would just walk to the area, but Immortal has an idea because both Spy and him both found the need areas that they needed, which is not going to show in my map because they have it in theirs. What is that dead ahead? A female kudu. So dead ahead, that orange spot towards the east was a kudu, and I'm just going to have to put in a scent because as you can see on the lower right hand of the screen, you see the compass. The scent is blowing towards the east. Very old droppings from a rabbit. We're in search of a buffalo. Or copy that. I have my tent with me, so I'm gonna have to lay down the tent and get the tripod. I'm gonna head over here. Is it a warthog, Immortal? All right. All right, so we heard a growl of a buffalo, and He is somewhere in this vicinity. We are to set up our tripods, correct, or set up our area for hunting the buffalo. That is a kudu, similar to antelope. Do you want me to try? I am set on 20 with the crossbow. One thing neat about this crossbow is I can zero my weapon, but right now I'm just learning how to utilize this crossbow. And right now I have it set up as 21 yards. Could you repeat that, Immortal? Four 20s. Copy that. It'll just be a moment. I need to swap it. Okay, so kudu is a less than class 7 animal, so I'm using the 420 grain arrow. And I had to swap that out in my inventory. So we're working on this kudu. This game is slow and methodical. Okay, very old droppings of a buffalo. Quite the dropping. Yeah, check that out. That's a buffalo dropping there. Did he, The kudus are quite skittish. They're similar to an antelope. Morta likes hunting these kudus. Of course they have cool horns. We're working on buffaloes, but we can work on other animals. So now we're trying to hunt for this kudu. I see that. All right, I shall return again. It'll just be one moment. I had someone that joined their server and I need to reset it. Just one moment. I shall return.